What is up, Nephilim? This is the Chig coming at you with another T3 build guide. This one is probably my favorite. It's one of my best geared, and it is probably the fastest, close to the fastest Greater Rift speed farming build as far as easy to play, and you can turn off your brain and do all the things. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget we got the giveaway coming up. Get your free copy of D4. All you have to do is be subscribed to the channel, like and comment on any of my D3 guides, and you will be entered for each like and comment that you leave. So let's hop right into it. This is the Mechanical Gears of the Dreadlands set, which is the God set, which everybody's heard of this if you've played this game. My gear is good. You do not have to have this good of gear. I'm going to demonstrate on a 90. I'm going to obliterate it. It is going to be crazy. I obliterate 110s. I have all of my paragons removed. This build is obscene for starters. So we are using all 6 pieces for the Speed Greater Rift build. Feet, legs, chest, head, shoulders, and hands. The big caveat for this build is you have to have enough cooldown to keep up Vengeance 100% of the time, because that is your biggest defensive skill. Otherwise, you'll just have to turn it down until you don't get one tapped. As long as you're not getting one shot, you will go back to full health immediately because of the way Simplicity Strength works with this build. Anyway, cooldown where you can get it, crit crit. Cooldown crit crit in that order. We have Squirt's Necklace while not taking damage. Damage dealt increased by up to 100%. Damage taken by up to 50. It's crazy. It is obscene. This is up all the time. Wraps of Clarity. Your hatred generation spells reduce your damage taken by 49% for 5 seconds. The way you play this, you're holding down strafe and you're tapping your generator, so it's going to be up 100% of the time. It's super easy to play, it's super fun, it's super fast, it's super sweet. Alright, so we got the Hunter's Wrath. Your primary skills attack 30% faster and deal 176% increased damage. I don't have a super good roll on mine, but it is what it is. We've got the Bastion's Will Set, Focus and Restraint. When you hit with a resource generating attack and a resource spinning attack, each of them increases your damage by 50%. We're holding down the spender and tapping the generator. It's going to be full all the time. We're always going to have that buff. It's always going to be 100% increased damage. Dawn, this is where I would recommend your crafted primal, because this is going to give you the biggest cooldown reduction on your vengeance. You need 65%. You need a 65% roll. It's going to free up a little bit of slots on your gear if you have that. As you notice, I don't have cooldown everywhere that I could use it, and I don't have perfect rolls everywhere that I could use it. This is very important. Use your primal craft on your Dawn if you don't have one with 65%. Also, mine doesn't have cooldown on it because I'm at that breakpoint. Like I said, that frees you up a little bit for your rolls. And then Fortress Ballista. You can also use Vela's Bequest. I never use that one. It just makes your strafe projectiles pierce. Fortress Ballista gives you an absorb shield. It's just extra toughness. It's extra life. It's extra Squirt's Necklace uptime. I just prefer Fortress Ballista playstyle. The gems, big cooldown gem in the hat, big resistance gems in the gear. That's it. Just put diamonds everywhere. We're using Taiguk because using Taiguk gives you armor and increased damage. We never drop Taiguk because we're always spinning, so you always have the max benefit from Taiguk. We're using Bane of the Trapped because we're in melee a lot, so when you're in melee, everything gets slowed, you do more damage, you kill them, yada yada. And then Simplicity Strength is the best gem in this build, increases the damage of primary skills by 1%, and whenever a primary skill hits, you get healed for 4% of your maximum health. And since we're shooting the primary all the time and it's bouncing around like mad, like I said, as long as you don't get one shot, you pretty much can't die. And then we've got emeralds in the weapons for the critical hit damage. We've got the 9th Series Satchel. Hungering Arrows guaranteed to pierce and also deal 600% increased damage. Can only pierce up to 4 times. Depth Diggers. Primary skills deal 100% damage. And Convention of Elements, just when it rolls around to cold, we do 200% extra damage. That's all that's in there for. We're using Wolf Companion. If you're a little squishy, you can use Boar Companion, because Boar gives you resistances. But we're using this just for extra damage. Just keep it up as much as you can. Smoke Screen, special recipe. We're using this. This can break CC. You never get CC'd, but this can break CC. This makes you invulnerable for 1 second. It just, we're basically using it for the movement speed, but it is a good, skill for defensives. Hungering Arrow, Devouring Arrow. This is just the best Hungering Arrow rune. It's gonna increase the damage each time it pierces. You're gonna see some huge numbers from this. Cold damage, so you want cold on your neck and on your bracers if you can get it. Strafe, just strafe, right? This is just giving us, this is what makes the build work. This is the spin to win portion. Vengeance, we're using Darkheart because Darkheart reduces all incoming damage taken by 50%. We just go crazy. It's amazing. And then Preparation to get back your discipline for using Smokescreen. So what the set does, 2 set, gain 4 seconds of momentum when attacking with a primary skill. Maximum duration of 20 seconds. Your primary skills deal 10% increased damage per stack of momentum. You want to keep it above 17. I'll go over that when I'm playing it. 4 set, strafing against enemies will automatically shoot your last used primary skill and also gives 60% damage reduction while strafing for 5 seconds after. While strafing, you gain movement speed for each second of momentum. So we're zooming. And then your primary skills deal 27,500% increased damage. That's the big one. So let's go ahead and go over the passives here. Cold Weak, slowed enemies take 20% damage. Easy. Tactical Advantage. When we use Smoke Screen, we gain 60% move speed for 2 seconds. That's basically what we're using it for the most part. Ambush, you deal 40% additional damage to enemies above 75% health. We're going to be one-shotting stuff like mad. And then Numbing Traps. Enemies you slow have their damage reduced by 25%. So let's get right into it. So the easiest way to play this, I'm going to do it on a 90 just to show you. Like I said, my gear is decent. This is without any Paragon and at 14,000 dex. But you don't have to have good gear. So stand still, get your stacks up, spin, keep up your cooldowns, right? So how I play it is I just shoot every couple of seconds. Most people, when they play this build, they let their stacks go to 17 and then shoot again. And then let their stacks go to 17 and then shoot. And then let their stacks go to 17 and then shoot. The only thing that's required when you're playing this build is to keep up your stacks and keep up your vengeance. Otherwise, you literally just hold down strafe and you zoom. Like, as you can see, we are deleting everything. We are limited by movement speed, not by DPS. And the fact that we're limited by movement speed and we move so fast is incredible. But yeah, this is just one of the most chill, easiest to play, easiest to build, easiest to farm with in the game. You're going to be using this to farm basically as many primals as you can get your hands on. It is also very, very good for speed farming XP once you get good gear, because you can do speed 110s, 115s, 120s. It's a good pushing build if you don't mind the competition. It is a very popular build, so you will be having to deal with that if you want to play this build. But other than that, it is just incredible. Look, we did a 90-second 90. 90-second 90. Anyway, yeah, so I have 2 more versions of this build I want to bring to you, the T16 version and the bounty version. I love this build. This is one of my most fun, most favorite, this is one of the best builds I've ever played in this game, and I've been playing it for several thousand hours. So put this one together, guys. It's incredible. It's fun. It is just obscene. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to give away, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.